Hey, hello. So, um, today I have more free time. So I am going to give you a little bit of content instead of popping on and saying, "Hey y'all, I'm not talking to y'all today." I have something to say today, and I hope that it is well received and that it is useful content as you move forward in your life. I think it's going to be pretty good. So today, hey y'all, hey, for those who are watching. Today I'm talking about how there is movement in the wait. There's movement in waiting. There's movement in the wait. There's movement in waiting. And most recently I was asked to write the foreword for a book called Wives in Waiting. So you all know that I just got married and I was asked to write it just before I was getting married. And as I was writing, I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to write about. Right? But I decided to kind of meditate on it and ask God to kind of speak through me to figure out what it was that wives in waiting meant. And I needed some guidance in that because when I think about wives in waiting, I automatically kind of think about women who are not sexually active. That wasn't the case for me. No, that was not the case for me. So I wasn't sure what perspective to kind of take as I was writing the foreword for the book. Again, the book is called Wives in Waiting. I wrote the foreword for it. You can find it. It's Makita Moore's book. It's a collaboration book, and it was really, really good. So I'll post the link because I don't remember exactly how to purchase it, but it's good. Anyways, the title of this again is There is Movement in the Wait. So I wanted to have this conversation because I know that there's a lot of women and men actually who come to me and they're getting tired of dating. Like you all have heard me say this, and as many times as you have heard me talk about how people are tired of dating, that's how many times I hear it. People are tired of dating. They tired of being in these relationships that end up being like these dead-end relationships. They don't have any substance or value to the relationships. And so it can be frustrating when you really desire to have something, and especially as you start to approach 30s and you're in your 30s, starting to get into your 40s, or maybe you're 40 already. And it's like there's no man in sight or there's no woman in sight that you feel is aligned with you well enough to be able to marry them or take the next steps. Like you are ready for the next step in the relationship and they are not ready. So you get frustrated, and I understand that. But I wanted to tell you that there is movement in the wait. So if you think about the word waiting, right? It doesn't mean that you're just sitting down doing nothing. Like when you hear the word wait, you think like it's a pause or something, or it's just a moment. But waiting is active. It's an adjective. And when you're waiting, that means it's an active practice. It don't mean that there's not any movement or any energy that's shifting. It means that there are some things that are moving. So even if you are in the dating stages, or you are, it don't even have to be related to dating. It could be about anything. Anything. If you're in a business and you are looking for your big break, if you are in entertainment and you're looking for your next deal or your next pitch or whatever the case is, this still applies. There's movement in the wait. So it doesn't mean that you're, like I said, you're not stagnant. It means that there are some things that are shifting. But while you're in this moment when you're waiting, there are things that you can do. You got to be able to meet God halfway. And when you're meeting God halfway, you got to be able to take a step back and just kind of think to yourself and see for yourself, in my experiences, what is going well? in my experiences, what's not going well? This is your moment to kind of reflect, to have an active practice, and to figure out what's needed to get to that next point. And also being active in listening. Just be okay with listening to instructions. And I say this because a lot of people, they pray for their spouse, or they pray for their husband, or the next deal or business break, or whatever the case is. They pray for that, but when they don't feel that God is hearing them, or they don't receive those instructions as clearly as they feel like they should have, then they get too anxious and start moving about and trying to fix things the way that they want it to be fixed, instead of allowing things to just be still. So there's movement in waiting. That means focus on yourself. Focus on what's going right, what's going wrong. Focus on just assessing where you are in your journey. Figure out where you want to go, where you want to be. And as you're doing that, you're also keeping tabs on what that upside looks like. So when I get there, when I get the person of my dreams, when I get the big business break, what is it exactly that I want? Be very clear in what your intentions are. Because like I said, when you get too distracted by people who not aligned with you, then things just start going wrong. And that's when we start feeling that stress, and we start feeling like this is just not a good thing for me. Like, I don't want to date anymore. I don't want to do this business anymore. So you push everything to the side. No, just wait for the instructions. Reflect on yourself and see what you got to do. Sometimes people need therapy. There are crazy things that have happened to me, and I've shared before, where I've been hit before, I've been raped before, I've been ghosted before. All of these crazy things have happened to me in relationships, but it took some work on my behalf to be able to get to a state of marriage, or get to the state where I felt like I was prepared for marriage. That meant all this stuff that I'm telling you, taking that self-assessment, thinking about what went right, what went wrong. Is it something within me that I need to change? And being clear about my intentions. Who is it that I want? Because I was very clear that I wasn't dating just to be playing around with people. That wasn't going to happen anymore. I was very clear about who the person was in their character. I want them to be a creative person. I want them to be mannerable. I want them to be family oriented. I want them to be successful. I want them to want help. I want them to want help and support from me. Because sometimes, people don't be really wanting help. They don't be wanting support. They feel like they got it, and they just take their stuff and they run with it. But for me, and what I like to do and what I love to do, I didn't want nobody that was sick. I didn't want nobody that was not mentally prepared or emotionally unstable. I didn't want to deal with none of that. But I wanted somebody that was like, you know what? Yes, come along this journey with me. Let's do this together. I've always seen myself as being a partner in a power couple. Always seen that. And so that's what I wanted. I got clear about it. But here's the other thing that happens to people. People get really frustrated. And when they throw those things to the side, their business ideas and their dreams about marriage and having a successful, healthy relationship, whether marriage is for you or you feel like it's not, people get, oh shoot, I think I just lost my train of thought. Shoot, I just lost my train of thought. Ooh, I just lost my train of thought, y'all. I gotta let it come back to me. Oh, here it is. We get busy. We get busy doing the things that have distracted us. And we get so busy, we don't have time to really seek out the things that we want. So in this moment of waiting, understand that there is still movement that is happening on your behalf. There are still some things that's going on to prepare you for that upside of whatever it is that you want. So instead of getting busy, start being productive. Okay. That means don't just be doing a whole bunch of stupid stuff. Don't do a whole bunch of stupid stuff. Make room for what it is that you want. If you want to be with a creative person, allow yourself to be in a creative space. If you want to go on really fun types of dates, then allow yourself to have those experiences, even if it's by yourself or with some friends. But start putting yourself in position that creates the energy. I talk about energy all the time. Put yourself in positions that create that energy for you so that that movement is happening. So again, there's movement in the waiting. Movement in waiting. Do y'all understand? Because y'all not talking to me today. Do you have any questions about what I said? Any comments? Does it make sense? It don't make no sense. Hey, y'all. Hey. Well, I hope that makes a whole lot of sense to you. Because you don't have to date nobody that you don't want to. I don't want people to settle. Earlier today, I made a post about why I chose my research study the way that I did. And if you know anything about me, I want to see people win. I want people to live their best life. And one way that I believe that people can live their best life is to be in a healthy, successful relationship. And because a healthy, successful, like a relationship will make or break you. If you think about your life and some of the challenges that have come up in your life, a lot of those challenges have something to do with relationships, okay? Whether they were romantic, whether they were platonic, whether it was familial types of relationships, whether it was work relationships, whether it was you and your landlord, okay? So a lot of stuff that happens in our life is a result of a terrible relationship. Hey, sis. Thank you. Hey, Kiana. You're so silly. So yeah, a lot of the stuff that comes up in life, the challenges are a result of terrible relationships. And so that's why my focus is always on relationships, and especially dating relationships, because they'll make or break you. They could tear you down if you let them, or they could help elevate you, help amplify you. So when I was ready to be married, I knew, like I said, I knew what type of person that I needed to have in my life. And if they didn't align, they was getting cut off. And that's just that. It wasn't about feelings. It wasn't about emotions, because I cared about a lot of people. That's just the type of person I am. I care about people. I love people. I see the good in their heart, and I just want to help them be the best. But people don't always have that same intention, and so they can't reciprocate because they got their own stuff going on. And that's okay. Everybody in their life, everybody in your life have a purpose. They here for a reason, and they here for a season. And sometimes they season is up. Sometimes their time is up. And sometimes they may just need something from you. Okay. Maybe I'm going a little bit too deep, but let me try to explain it to you. So if we think about like the spiritual realm, right? If we think about the spiritual realm, I'm a believer that everybody in your life is here to teach you something. So whether it is somebody that you like or you don't like, they're here for a reason, and they're here to teach you something, and you are here to teach them something. And so with that being said, it's okay. Like when it comes to relationships, I had to learn that it's okay to cut people off. It's okay to not settle, because I used to be a person, like I said, I love people. I want to see people win. And if they had potential, if I knew that they had a good heart and they had potential to be this great person, And they made some mistakes, and I'm like, you could still be great. You could still be amazing. I had to start being real with myself and realize that we are simply not aligned. And I didn't care about feelings anymore. I didn't care about love. I didn't care about nothing like that, because when somebody is not ready for you, they will hurt you. Okay. And I had to love myself enough to understand that I was not about to be hurt. I wasn't letting nobody hurt me now. Okay. Because that's on me. I'm not going to allow somebody to hurt me. So, hey girl. So I had to learn how to cut people off and not care about the feelings and the emotions. Now, I know that that's hard for people. I see people talking about cancers all the time. And my best friend is a Cancer. And I talk about her butt all the time, because when she is in love with somebody, that girl is in love with somebody. And I'm like, girl, look, either they right for you or they not. Either they right for you or they not. If they're not right for you, baby, just cut them off. Why is it so hard? But I understand. I get it. We have experiences with people. We grow memories with people, and we want to keep those. We don't like starting over. We don't always like change. But I'm telling you something, when it comes to what it is that you want in your life and the person that can help you to get there, you got to learn how to get out your feelings. Get out your feelings when it comes to making a selection for yourself. Because the person, prime example, I dated people who, like I said, who had potential. I dated them. It was great. We had a love connection or whatever. But the moment that they started acting crazy or something wasn't aligned, okay, no problem. Since you dealing with that, you deal with it over there, because you're not finna mess up my energy and my peace over here. I got things to do. I got places to go, and I got things. Look, okay, I knew where I was going. I was always clear that Crystal will be elevated. I'm going to be successful, okay, by any means necessary. And if that means cutting your tail off, that's what's gonna happen, okay? Because I'm not gonna drag you. You're not gonna drag me to hell with you. That's not gonna happen. When I married Jay because Jay was about me coming with him. In my vows, I talked about how when Jay and I first started dating, we were just talking. And he showed me all of his content. Y'all know he do movies and sketches and all that stuff. He was showing me brand new scripts that he had just wrote and everything. So I'm reading through everything, watching everything, and I'm in Texas on vacation. And I'm reading and going through everything, all his content. And I was like, wow, this is a man who's creative. This is a man who is actively pursuing his dreams. He is pursuing his purpose. He's living it. He's doing it. He ain't just talking about it. He's there. He is moving. And he was like me, very much like me, successful, actively pursuing purpose, actively pursuing my dreams. And so I knew then that we had some type of alignment. When I was telling Jay, you going places, you the bomb, like you about to be up there, you about to make it, you're going to be big. Like, this is what I was telling him while we were just dating, just talking. Okay. And he said, yeah, you coming with me? Hell yeah, I'm coming with you. He said, are you coming with me? He didn't say beat me there. I said, you going all the way to the top. He didn't say beat me there. He didn't say meet me there. He said, are you coming with me? That was his question. Are you coming with me? I knew right then that he was somebody different. That was a different man right there. And I knew, and he has stood true to that since we've been together. If Jay is on a podcast, and it aligns with my brand. Hey, my girl is an author. My girl does this. Can you interview her? Jay don't play about Crystal. He do not play about Crystal. because he also has a dream. He also has places to go. So there's movement and waiting. There was a period when I was waiting, when I was actively pursuing, when I was, it was an act of practice. Crystal, what is it that you do really well in dating? What is it that you could probably improve in dating? Who is it that you are dating? What types of characteristics? And is this working? Is this not? What type of red flags were coming up? What red flags did you ignore? I had to ask myself all of these questions. Now, where are you going? Who do you want to be with? Who's going to help you get there? What types of characteristics is that person? And look, Jay wasn't playing. Hey, Jay. Hey, baby. That's my babies. He wasn't playing. He and my girl Sharon said action, not just talking. Exactly. Jay wasn't a talker. If you know Jay personally, shut up. If you know Jay personally, and I'm not talking about his brand. His brand is very wild, uncut, uncensored, and stuff like that. But if you know him personally, he is quiet and introverted. He don't do a lot of talking, and that was something new for me to adjust to, because I was used to men. I'm very much, I like talking. I like people to feed me inspiration and feed me affirmation and stuff like that. I need words of affirmation. Jay is not that person. He's not that person first. Jay is an action person. He's not going to do a lot of talking. Sometimes I don't even know if he hear me. But if I tell him that I need something done, if I tell him that this is the idea I have, he's going to work around it. So I'm the person in waiting. And he's the person that's making the moves. That's the type of person that you need in your life when you are trying to be in a relationship with somebody that's not going to break you. Okay? Because there's some people out here that will break your soul. And you got to be able to get out your feelings and leave them. And that's just what it is. I don't care how many times you've been with them. I don't care how long you've been with them. I don't care if your mama and your daddy like them and they love them. I don't care nothing. Get out your feelings. You got to get out your feelings when it comes to dating and relationships. Jay, shut up. You're always trying to be funny. Fixing those broken birds. Love this. Thanks, Kiana. Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns? Any questions, comments, or concerns? Because we ain't got time. So anyways, going back to the beginning, there's movement in the wait. So it's an active practice. It's okay to be waiting. Just figure things out. And when that person comes along, you need to decide if they are a distraction or if they are the attraction. Are they a distraction or they are the attraction? I kind of like that. Don't take my stuff. Are they a distraction or the attraction? That's all I got. That's all I got, y'all. Any questions, comments, concerns? Jay said you need to change your Zoom name to Doctor as well as all of your social media. I will, babe. As soon as I defend, it's a wrap. It will say doctor. Don't worry about that. Kiana said that's enough. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Kiana. So yeah, that's all I got. I just wanted to, I know, look, I was stressing out with my data collection, data analysis, and stuff like that. I'm officially defending on March 1st. And so my mind was in research mode, like research and writing, research and writing, research and writing. And so all of my lives, I was supposed to go live every single day of 2021. And so my lives were like, hey, y'all, bye, y'all. Hey, I'm live. I'm not talking to y'all today, and my brain is fried, and I would hang up. But I told y'all that as soon as I had a moment to get my life back together real quick, then I would give you some good content. So I hope that this was good. And it made up for some of those crappy lives that I gave y'all before. Thank you, Kiana. Well, I'm about to make dinner for my family and my husband. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye. And if you have questions, then I'll answer later.